Have you ever wondered how hackers hack websites? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you exactly that. Whether it's hack the box, try and hack me, real world penetration, you can always use this nice structured workflow. We're going to be going on from analyzing a website, finding vulnerability, testing the vulnerability, then at the end, exploiting it. So sit back, watch this video till the end and learn something new. In front of me, I have our target right here, Justice and Associates. And looking through this website, a pretty normal website. They have a homepage. They also have an About Us page, a contact page with a contact form. So nothing suspicious, but like every other vulnerability, then it's not going to be in a plain sight. We have to look for it. And the first thing we should do, in my opinion, is run a port scan. And you probably learned to use Nmap, but since we're running a simple port scan, I always use RustScan. It's way faster, way better in my opinion. So -a justice.com. And right here we can see only port 80. The web app that we saw is the only one open, so no luck here. But going back to the web app, I noticed something very interesting. Right here we're going to contact.php, we see contact.php. When we go to about, we see about.php. In home, index.php. What I thought is, what if there's other available files or folders that we can go into, but we don't know that they exist? And we can check exactly that using a Gobuster. For anyone who doesn't know what Gobuster is a tool or software used to directory brute force web servers. So back at our terminal, we need to specify the tool we use. So Gobuster, then we need to tell Gobuster what type of brute forcing. So dear directory brute forcing. And now we need to give it a URL. So -u followed by HTTP followed by //justice.com. Then we need to give a Gobuster a word list. I'm going to use the word list in user, share word list, there be, then common.txt. And all we have to do is press enter. And almost immediately right here, we can see we got a lot of stuff. For example, HT password, HT access, they're forbidden, so we cannot access them. So they're 403 status, but they do have a admin.php. So I was correct. And they also have a server status already that's open, but I don't think that's important to us. So going back to the site, we can try to call that up right here, admin.php. And yeah, staff portal login. This is huge, but this is not the end of the world for them because this is still a login page. They're probably trying to hide this from us, but it's not very bad that we found it. So what can we do with this login page now? What I personally do, I never try SQL injection because in the modern world, no login page is actually vulnerable to access injection, so all those type of stuff. But what happens, a lot of servers are badly built, so they don't have rate limiting or they don't throttle the user for sending too many requests. And we can try if that's the case here with a Burp Suite. So Burp Suite, and we launch that up. In Burp Suite, we turn intercept on, and then we go to the website. And then in proxy, we turn on proxy. So, and then here, let's just send a request. Let's try admin. I hope that's not it. Yeah, right here, we got the request. And let's directly get sent to intruder immediately. So right here, we can see that we tried username and the password admin. So we can highlight these two first. Let's just highlight them. And then let's stress test it. Let's see if the server rate limits our request or throttles us. So we highlight this two and we go to the payloads page and let's load numbers.txt. I made this real quick. Numbers 1 till 50, nothing crazy, and then we can start attack. Let's just start sending requests. Let's see what happens. Okay, and right here we can see all the requests going through. Right now, all of them are status code 200, and all of them are going through, every single one. And it doesn't seem like it's slowing down, so the server is not throttling us or rate limiting us. That's very good for us and bad for them. So that's a big vulnerability. And what can we do with that information now? We can do a lot of stuff. The main one is we can launch a massive brute forcing attack using Hydra. So back in our terminal, we go ahead and paste in our command right here. I already wrote it, so it's easier for me to explain. So here, first we specify a tool name, Hydra, followed by -L for login. This is the username. And we use uppercase L for a list of usernames. But if we knew the username, we would use a lowercase l followed by the username. Then same goes for password, uppercase P for a list of password, a lowercase p for a single password. Then if we follow that up by the site name or justice.com, then we need to tell Hydra the HTTP post method for the login attack, which is right here. And then in quotation marks, we followed up by where the login page is located at admin.php. And here we give them the post data format that we saw in Burp Suite. Here we can see in the placeholder for username was username, and the placeholder for password was password. Then we need to give Hydra a failure string. In our case, is invalid login credentials. So we can try it right here. So let me just give him some dummy credentials right here. And then we see right here, invalid login credentials. And then we give it to Hydra. So when Hydra sends a request, and if in the response, this is contained right here, invalid login credentials, Hydra treats it as a failure and continues to the next combination. And I just press send on this, and Hydra is super quick. Right here, hostjustice.com, login admin password justice123. So we found it. Let's try it out ourselves. Admin for username and password justice123. Login. We did it. We're in. Welcome back, admin. We can see the active cases, clients, new inquiries, appointment today, recent activities. We successfully hacked the site. We are now admin.